Falls, and just like that, NaVi have secured a site. Moving forward, what's the response from Bubich? Well, he dives through this smoke. It's ready for the initial member. There's Sasuke to finish the job. And for NaVi, it's an equal man count, but considering they've got the bomb site down on B, one of the hardest sites to retake in the game, it's a back and forth down to a 2-on-2 for Bit and Perfecto. This is where they have to decide if they want to up the tempo or if we're going to see them hold firm. Perfecto, there's the jump forward, he spots out both members, he can't kill them though, switches to the knifed down by FPS, leaving it all down to Bit in a 1 versus 2. He's still got a little bomb planted for him, but because of that, FPS finishes the job. And GROND, the cross over towards Car, as they do so. FPS tapping down, Simple takes his head clean off, that's an opening that NaVi going to capitalise off. Simple doubles down, can't quite triple down as he stick down in the process. Toric abusing that as he continues to move forward, and into a 4-on-3. NaVi, once again, they get a bomb plant, but GROND commit to the retake. The low HP on Simple, Electronic has to take the brunt of the force as Toric falls.
Well, it certainly should be. So much damage dealt here, though, to NaVi. They need to be careful as they actually exit the site. Of course, you've got 3 and long. They're not going to be affected at all by the bomb, but Bumich, he could have been taken down from it. Instead, he takes the gun.
It may just embolden them to push forward. As the CT smoke goes down, this should affirm to FPS this will be hit from short. Sasuke shows his position, good for 1. Leg down onto Simple. Allows a follow-up from FPS there. Can he chime in again? He attempts to do so. Tanked down in the process, but it's all that bit more pressure onto Sasuke, who eats a nade from that position. Instead, as he gets ready for the hit, he hears Bits go for that plant. He can't cancel it out. Bits doesn't stand up afterwards either. He deploys that smoke to allow his teammates to get away, and as Sasuke pushes forward, Bit spotted out. While it's messy, it's damage. In a 5-on-3, GROND have all the tools here to push forward. Electronic on the other side of this smoke does take a bit of damage, as Toric's good for 1. FPS chimes out to Perfecto, leaving it all on to Electronic. As Fadet on just 1 HP finishes the job. And Civ already, and NaVi to hold on to B. Through mid, Bit takes a lot of damage through that smoke there as FPS finishes the job. Sasuke boosted up as well, makes their lives even easier. NaVi gets ready for the attack from above. Fadet's good for 1. Electronic and Simple both chime in though, meaning NaVi needs to go huge here pretty damn quickly. Simple to fall, and he's taken out as well. It leaves us in a 1v2, but Electronic in mid strikes, and that's the way to secure it, isn't it? And suppose when you see people jump across on mid as well, they can't tag you at all. Over on the trigger discipline's beautiful, Simple, 2 quick kills, secures Fader and an NaVi.
2 weapons into the next, but they're not going to have much money going off of that, or to go around that, I should say. Let's go up. They are going to try and push on to this A site. On the other side of this smoke, our angry CTs ready to defend. And we're actually going to see an interesting boost here. This might work out as Bumich. Oh, he actually turns. He takes it. Toric's able to trade, so still the man advantage here for GROND. One of the M4's retrieved. The issue is it doesn't have any Kevlar behind it. As FPS picks up an AK, though, Fadet finds 1, and now a 4 versus 2, and GROND, they're making this happen. FPS from behind taking another, and a 1v4 here for Perfecto to try and pull off.
This is exactly what happens when you give the AKs to the ecoing members. They snowball. It turns into a full buy as the round develops. With 7 seconds left, Perfecto has got to go for a plant. 5 seconds left. He's out of time. Now he desperately needs to survive just so he can keep his economy level with the rest of his team. Luckily, he can. GRONDs don't really... Both Fadet and NaVi get ready to hold. It worked last time. Can it work again now? Flashes out either way. Bumich lead this charge. Bumich. Does he spot out the first player? No, he doesn't. Fadet good for the first. NaVi for the second. Doubles down. Tries to triple down here, leaving Simple in a 1v4. He falls as well. And for GROND, that's a beautiful... I guess they want to kind of raid boss Simple a little bit and hope he can maybe catch out the odd member here or there.
Well, it's not about catching out the odd member here or there. He needs to win. If they've gone for this kind of commitment, he needs to win the round for them. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't have any money next round.
They sag down as they attempt to do so. Fadet flashes his way forward. There's 1. Sasuke timing him for a second. Fadet, though, doubles down. Switches to the USP, and he's just ready to charge into Bumich there. It's very messy. Bumich burst fires him. Switches to the AK. Does a bit of damage to Toric, but it's just not enough. And NaVi, who's already proven himself on the B defense, is going to capitalize off this. As there's the flashes, here's the hit. NaVi ready for the push. Good for 1, tries to hide. Bumich trades. Fadet gets the next say in the matter. But can NaVi follow through? No, he can't. The trades, the back and forth leaves us in a 3-on-3, which does give NaVi that opening. Almost taking that deep breath before the plunge. There's the first smoke going through. Bits forced forward because of it. Molly goes down as well. There's that flash. Here's that push. Fader good for the first. Trade by Bits. Simple chimes in as well. Fader in the 1v1. Bit tries to swing into him. Bits, little does he know as he hides towards window. Fader pushes forward. Fader finds him. Is there enough time? Oh, no, there isn't. NaVi off the back of a couple of Bits. Retake on A now. As NaVi push forward, we see a player drop to CT. FPS double scope leaves him in trouble, but Historic trades onto Boomich. He falls into a 5-on-3 as NaVi slowly lose that momentum. Suzuka onto Simple means that they risk even getting a bomb plant here. Perfecto, while he does trade, all GROND have right now is to retake the site. But alright, good for one. Bit to trade. Bits in a 1v2 now. Trying to catch out the player on long. Realizes that the likelihood of the player being there is extremely high. And as he desperately tries to find the next man, his crosshair dancing all around these angles. Beautiful shot onto FPS there. Into the 1v1. Can he catch out NMV? Goes for the high ground. Catches out Bits. And for GROND, that'll be 6. Cool, Josh. Let's say GROND win this map. What does that mean for Mirage? NaVi, they're trying to stop the ball. Through the smoke, 2 quick kills by NMV there. Both of them doming the members who try to aggress. Simple, sure, he trades onto Fader. That means nothing right now. As NMV, he still survives. Eventually, he's taken down, and now we see a bit of momentum from NaVi.
Something, but as Bit comes close, takes the rifle, it's clear that Toric just isn't trying to tease anything right now. He does peek, find Boomich, that's it. They'll allow NaVi to win the round. It'll go 7-5. That is a round that NaVi had little to no equity in.
So here's the bomb dropped. He knows Perfecto's coming. There's the flash. There's the first kill. Can he double down? Yes, he can. Boomich to full. Simple pushing forward, eventually able to trade. But FPS's scout chimes in, putting it into a 3-on-2. Here's the problem for GROND, though. Those kills were top mid. They can't retrieve them. For the remaining 3 members, they need to further that aggression by pushing into tunnels. FPS, he's going to lead that charge. It'll be heard by Bits, who catches out the first man. NMV to full. They know where Fader is as well. And already on low HP, means that NaVi absolutely can recover this. With that electronic flanking towards Fader, this leaves him in a very uncomfortable position.
Ooh, big kill there from Electronic, though. Fader doesn't seem to be aware of it. Now it all falls onto FPS with the scout in hand. He's deadly with it, but he doesn't connect that crucial shot. Now the smoke in place. The nade, it's good. It lands right at his feet, but doesn't do as much damage to Bit as you'd expect. And with Electronic's help...
Now, Suzuki, he'll hear this, though. He pushes forward on shot. All it takes is a well-timed flash to go aggressive here. Instead, Toric's good for 1. Bit to trade. Toric to double down. Toric makes it 3, though. Switching to his teammate's M4 gives him a chance to keep fighting. Is there a follow-through? As Electronic jumps up, Toric on for the ace now. It falls down to Perfecto in a 1 versus 4. Out from B, he's good for 1, but on 16 HP. This definitely isn't an easy situation for him. Make that 1v2. And this is actually very doable for him. All it takes is 2 well-timed shots. And, well, if his flashes can match that, then the second one goes out. He peeks forward. I think he just spotted a glimpse of Toric there. Won't matter, though. They get the kill. GROND make it 8-7. But for the pistol round, GROND, they own this with only util on NMV. This armor on everyone else. Electronic on long, spots out the first man, doubles down, tries to make it 3. Can he do so while it's messy? He does. Tries to reload, but Sasuke finishes the job. With that, in a 3-on-2. What's the follow-up now? With Perfecto, getting 2 flashes on his hand. Over towards Simple, dink down to 3 HP at range. With armor on, with Bit and Simple. This means that aim duels definitely aren't out of the question. NMV alone in a 1v3 with no armor. Shifting forward. Blair and CT should be able to catch him out, though. And with a quick dispatchment, it makes a bit of noise. Caught out in the cross. NaVi, they equalise at 8-8 from long. And these Deagles, my head angle against them is brave, but can Boomich capitalise with it? Flash goes out, swings wide. There's NMV good for the first as he falls. Boomich, can he double down? Attempts to do so, does just that. Fader trades onto 1. Fader doubles down, though, leaving him in a 1 versus 2. Deagle in hand. We're swapping to the scout now. They push forward. 25 seconds left. He needs to get up long quickly, and he needs this kill quickly if he wants even the faintest of hope here. But instead, NaVi, they're being so passive. They realise they don't even want to fight him here. As Fader swings, scout in hand. Spots out the first man. Nice early kill. Can't quite convert. But CT, he knows full well that the long control means that they've left an opening somewhere. Bits now, alone in a 1 versus 4 for the site. Spots out Fader, good for 1. Turns around, doubles down onto Toric. Tries to follow through with Sasuke following up. And Sasuke does just that. We're left in a 2-on-4. Sasuke reloading. He's got Xbox. FPS to support him. They're acutely aware that NaVi are going to turn their attention towards tunnels, and will this aggression catch out Simple? He'll hope to find him. Instead, Boomich good for one. It's all onto FPS. Simple follows through. A quick cleanup from NaVi. And an 11th for them. A really good read from GROND to push that site.
Brilliant early advantage. And with a minute 35 on this clock, Boomich actually able to creep his way all the way through. NMV's not ready for him at all. And that's going to be a two-man advantage here for NaVi.
Prepare themselves for a hit towards B. But instead, we see Vader, good for the first. Can he double down? The nade, while it's good. Perfecto's better. Good for 1, 2. Can't quite make it 3 as FPS trades, but FPS left in an almost impossible situation. In a 1v4, he's good for 2. But with Simple holding the cross, he needs some form of utility to at least allow him to cross, as Simple not a man he can take that chance with. Instead, he deploys that molly, spots out Boomich on the other side, but Simple through the door finishes the job.
A lot of aggression from GROND. They're right up short.
This is a really fast hit from Fader here. He dives into CT and he catches out Perfecto. That's exactly what GROND looked to do to give him that flair. But in mid, Bit's good for 2, responds in kind. He responds to aggression with aggression. Electronic flash through the smoke shows to GROND that NaVi too can play the fast game. And as it leaves just Sasuke and Torek alone in a 2-on-4, the plant goes down, the flank is coming towards them. And as they desperately cling to these weapons, what on earth can they do next?
Oh, nades rain in. Simple. He's able to take down Torek. It leaves it all into a 1-on-4, and there's surely no chance here. Nope, Boomich comes in.
Little does he know, he's just survived by the skin of his teeth. Instead, Perfecto, he's going to have another attempt at holding this beast site. Flashes go down either way. He's good for the first. Vader to pull. Trade, not quite there as Torek and NMV both chime in. Sasuke shutting down Perfecto, leaving Electronic and Simple in this 2-on-4.
Going into this next round, but you know, at the start, you said, oh, I don't even expect GROND to be taking double digits in some of these maps. Yeah. I'm really not expecting them to pull out too much here. And from what we've seen so far, this has been incredible. This has been really, really strong from them, given the fact that this is statistically one of their worst maps as well. It's going to be deadly. But with that smoke grenade going down, they can't wait any longer. They can't wait for it to fade. Instead, they're going to have to push right through, and that's when they funnel right into Simple. 2 kills for him. FPS able to trade it, but Electronic just playing his life right now. He knows that there's such limited time on the clock. The molly's not even going to force him out of position, and he's just going to hold true. Spots out the head, spams away. Will be able to deny the plant. No, perhaps not. Vader, he's actually going to be able to tap in those digits. The jump spot doesn't come through, but they find the kills regardless. NaVi.
It looks like he'll be called into action once again. Luckily this time, he does have Bits there to assist him, but as a set piece goes out, here's that push, here's that assault. Bit makes a bit of noise, but it doesn't matter. Perfecto good for 1, Fader to trade. Bits chimes in now, and with players all around, the player in mid of Torek good for 1, Electronic to trade, leaves us in this 3-on-2. Bit good for 2 more, a beautiful spray down as NaVi pull forward, and they give us a wonderful... Over towards GROND, all of them have armor. NaVi a bit of armor as well, except it's Perfecto with a kit and 2 flashes. Bit good for 1, it doubles down on the initial contact. Can Fader trade so far? No, he can't.
Continue to fight, but no kills coming through. Fader looks like he wants to jump into window here. Take the duel up close with Perfecto. Simple. Oh my goodness, we're going to see a knife kill. He's doing it while Torek's looking at him as well, but he was reloading. There wasn't anything to stop it. And for Simple, that's going to be a lot of money going into this next, and a cheeky Simple play that we know and love. Starts to make his contact.
Electronic positioned on stairs, ready for Torek. Boomich catches out the first, Electronic for the second, picks up the Deagle, giving him even more firepower. Sasuke trades onto Simple. Electronic about to run out of ammunition, but with the final stray bullets, can trade, leaving NMV alone in this position. FPS good for 1. He might even follow through. There he does just that as Boomich falls. Perfecto needs to get this kill. Luckily, he's able to. And for FPS, a plant here is all he's after. Securing it makes their lives just that bit easier. And if FPS is able to pick up that AUG as he crosses to CT, that should really give him a bit of an advantageous spot. However, he swings wide, tags down the first, traded by the second.
A statistic is it to cross a fair few maps as well. I think there's about 8 maps in there that data goes across. So it's fairly consistent. Either way, rifles tearing right through those pistols. They're Simple. We didn't get to see it, but a beautiful spray down for 3. And now FPS left in a 1-on-4. Comes out of Palace. He will be spotted. He's good for 1, though. Holding onto the angle where Simple was last seen. Does further damage onto Boomich there. Unfortunate for him, that wasn't a headshot. Can he do any more here, though? He's definitely not looking to win the round at this point. It's just about trying to find another kill. And unfortunately, whilst he does damage to 2, he can't.
Goes for the short jump, misses it though. Does he recover it with a kill? Yes, he does. NMV to full, turns his attention to underpass. Luckily for him, GROND, there are sights are set towards A. While it's messy, Boomich is good for the first. Spray from behind him as Fadet swings out, good for 1. Spray transfer can't quite happen, but as FPS times in, it leaves us in a 3-on-2, a very winnable situation for either side. As Torek deletes Electronic there, in a 2-on-2, things go from winnable to doable. As Simple agresses towards defense, AWP in hand, looking to engage ramp, but fortunately for him, FPS doesn't want to engage off the back of the Simple. Going towards under Balk with an AWP. Now, that's brave. Instead, he swaps to the Deagle. He waits for the players to peek into him. Just crouches and lays in wait like a coiled viper, ready to strike. It's Torek. He's the first man and only man to recover here. Simple good for the first. Torek, can he trade? Yes, he can. 1v1 with Perfecto. Molly goes out towards jungle. He looks to take the fight on short. Spots him out. Nice little kill there. And for Torek.
And for Simple, just on this Desert Eagle, you definitely don't want to count him out. He's just as powerful with that weapon as any other. And as he finds the head of Sasuke, he'll be able to pick up that Galil. Smoke as well gives him safe passage back, so really nice man advantage.
With this man advantage, can they capitalize off the back of it? For GROND, I just found out around the map they haven't really committed anywhere just yet. Torek's the man who has to capitalize, and Electronic spotted out. That's a nice kill there by Electronic. They slowly tease their way forward. Simple spots out the first. Nice little 1D to open things out. Can he double down? Yes, he can. Can he make it 3 FPS? He's there to trade with a beautiful shot. Perfecto back sight, hides towards Van, even jumps up to go for some aggression here. For FPS, saving really ain't out the question here, but Electronic, his aggression, it's merited with a kill.
To find the entry, but the smoke's going to force him off. He'll fire off a couple of shots, but he won't connect to the kill.
Bits, he opens up with 1. Fadet trade, and as GROND lead this charge now, Fadet spearheading the assault, as even dives into CT off the back of this now. That's brave. Simple, waiting for the jump to ticket boost. Little does he know, the player's close towards these missiles. He'll be ready on the close angle. Simple, how fast can he flick? This pretty bloody fast with that first kill. Torek caught out by Electronic, leaving NMV and FPS alone in a 2 versus 4. NMV praying he isn't caught out on ramp. Instead, FPS is good for 1. The Molly finishes the job on Simple. NMV shows his presence. Finished off quickly. And for NaVi, that'll be a 5-2 lead. Getting ready for GROND to peek into them. They haven't done so just yet, though. Said GROND in con. Electronic spots out the first. Is he traded? No, he's not. That's incredible spray transfer there as he makes it 3. While NMV, sure, he trades, but that still he squats compared to Electronic's opening there, and as Bits cleans it up. Well, the heralded Electronic falls, but to what avail? Fadet, the last man of standing. Missed shot by Simple. Can he recover it? Oh, he's teasing a knife kill there. Misses the no-scope. You can tell he's feeling good about it now. The confidence is oozing out.
On here, that's the game plan as Fadet opens things up with a beautiful headshot onto Simple. That's one of the hardest hitters here on the server gone.
With him falling, NMV pushes forward in mid. Electronic spotted out as he does so. And in this 4-on-4, the nade damage is just so strong onto GROND now. CSGO. There's a trade, though. However, it's for him to peek short rather than for him to turn around. Bit still hasn't done so, and as FPS holds for him, Fadet, there's the opening. There's the site secured, and while the MP9 of Perfecto is good for CSGO, is it enough? They're 2-on-3. They get ready for the retake. They prime themselves for it. The only upgraded weapon here is going to be Torek with that AK. With low HP, Boomich finishes the job, but for Boomich in a 1 versus 3, well, not quite 1 versus 3, 2 versus 2 now, having found that initial kill. He'll be ready to peek into FPS. A flash will allow his teammate to get out from the kitchen. Let's fade out for the first. FPS alone. Boomich finishes the job, and I didn't know if I should comment on it last map, Josh, but Boomich risk giving up the man advantage, but as Boomich sees the aggression on ramp, can he stop it? Can he halt it? Well, the flash is good. The spray's better. Fadet falls, and in a 5-on-3, this is where things get scary for GROND, as no matter where they attack, no matter where they engage, they seem to come out worse.
Doesn't look like NMV and FPS are going to be able to do too much here. FPS going to be caught out by the push of Electronic. He's not holding on the angle at all. Instead, he's crossed out a little too high. I don't think they're expecting NMV to be coming in from top mid, so definitely a chance to have the drop on Electronic if he doesn't fall back to short, but he does. Gets himself into ladder room, he won't be seen, completely untradeable for now, and NMV, whilst he aggresses, he might be able to get the timing. Crosshair in the wrong position, Electronic peaks, NMV, nice reset.
Doesn't do too much damage, instead Simple is the one to worry about. Peeking towards Con, Torek, can he hold? So far, he definitely has to with both Bit and Electronic chiming in. Simple, good for one. Boomish to trade, covering his teammate from Con. NMV's the only man who can begin to save and even find a kill, but it doesn't matter. There's Electronic. Does he catch out Boomish? No, he doesn't. Boomish good for one. He jumps up onto Firebox. He spots out the Con members. It's Electronic to prevent any further aggression, and as Boomic just plays off his teammate there, it's a constant bait and switch, and GROND can at least open up onto Perfecto. It feels like a shot in the dark here, as Perfecto's good for the first. NMV quickly killed, and for NaVi,
I reckon at this point they'd be able to take it anyway, but Simple, it's an interesting way of playing it, and that is a beautiful opening shot. That's such a cool play to jump through window, get into Con, throw the smoke. It means that GROND aren't anticipating a peek from Con, and then he peeks in front of it. Really, really awesome.
he's literally doing what would be a two-man job, usually. He's just got that much presence. Satsuki, yeah, he gets the stairs, yeah, he gets one, but Electronic, he's so quick in trade that GRONDs just don't even get a chance to react to the initial positioning he's received, and with Fred MV and FPS, they've got mid control loosely, but they have nowhere to push from it. Boom, it shuts down FPS, and as NMV hears his teammate's head hit the floor behind him, he realizes he's very alone. Bits approaches him.
Go for AKs, they can go for the armor, but if they want utility, they have to drop down to the Galils, and as we see Simple pull out an auto sniper, he's able to just spray away for two. You used the term earlier that NaVi were having fun with this one. They absolutely are. They're blitzing through. They just don't care. Boomich has actually spotted that final man in ramp, and he's called for the flash. He's going for the peak, but Simple finds it with the auto anyway.
Very polarized sides right now, and to think that both of them are fighting for the same RMR points really shows that GROND have a way to go, as Electronic shuts down NMV instantly. Over towards B, Perfecto, 2 quick kills. He's going to try and convert onto Torek. He does just that. It's all on FPS, and it feels almost unfair at this point, as Electronic finishes the job. You'd think if, Simple shows up, it's standard. Yeah, you may recover to Simple. Alright, Electronic showed up as well. Bit difficult. Boomich is going 13-2. Ah, it's ridiculous now. And now Bit's hitting his kills as well. It's just...
NMV ready to take the first point of contact. That's such a fast dink.
Instantly dinged down, however. NMV, he's able to draw first blood. Boomich, he'll fall. Sasko, good for 2 of his own now. Even shuts down Electronic. It's all on to Perfecto when Satsuki, he shows us why he is one of the heavy hitters of GROND, and he just delivers. 4 quick kills there as GROND make it 3. Looks for an initial member. Hasn't done so yet, though, and the smoke means that he's just going to make sure there hasn't been a boost. With Bit trying to spot out Satsuki. E2 hasn't traded just yet, so the main point of contact will actually be Electronic onto Torek, and he's dinked down in the process. Fade and Perfecto both exchange blows towards mid. The MP9 over towards short, tries to catch out a member, while Satsuki's good for 1. Simple trades into the 2-on-2 now, and with low HP on Torek, this is very doable for NaVi. The contact, he's just got a delay for Simple, as Simple's backstab should finish the job, but as Perfecto swings, NMV spotted out, NMV to fall, all on Torek. Simple should be able to finish the job. He doesn't even have to. I think he had his knife out there looking for another knife kill.
You start off with if you lose the pistol, so if you win the pistol and then lose the follow-up, I kind of overcomplicated that a little bit, but if you win the pistol and lose the follow-up, you kind of end up with less money. That's an incredible opening shot there from FPS, but as Simple follows up onto Torek elsewhere, there's still a major firepower advantage here for NaVi, and if GROND lose this round, then obviously they're going to be fighting for their lives in the next, so they'll have to go for another shaky force buy there. An unbelievable follow-up headshot from Simple, as he is just tearing through right now. No one else is even out on the A site with him. He's just single-handedly trying to open up this door.
FPS ringing out shots from CT, desperately trying to keep them at bay, and for NaVi, as that plant goes down, it gives them an opening. GROND desperately trying to consider if they should retake this or not, and with only deagles and with the odd scouts saving, the fact they're desperately trying to save this definitely shows that they're in a lot of trouble, and, well, as their teammate falls, Fader, he's got to lead this charge, and Oh, SPS spots out the first man. Electronic Fools, that's an opening to be pretty happy with. Simple, not able to respond either now. Suddenly things look a bit scary. That bomb taps once, Bits trades. Perfecto gets the next set. Instead, sits under Balk. He awaits for the push from Bit. The molly lands right on him, though. Simple good for the first turret. He's got to swing out from this. He too falls. It's turning into an absolute collapse towards this site. And with NMV and FPS, the last members left standing. Simple. That's why flashed into CT, but it may not matter at this point. He dives forward. He finishes the job. It's a ruthless and just categoric slaughter as we see NaVi take down GROND 16-3.
Well, folks, pretty